Hey everyone, it's Hannah with the Rocket Miner. First off, I just wanted to apologize and say that we're sorry that we haven't been able to keep up with making our news update videos over the past week or two. All of us here at the Rocket Miner have had a lot going on both in our personal lives and with different projects for the newspaper, so we just haven't had the ability to keep up with making the videos over the past week, but I'm here to give you an update today over some of the big things that have been going on, and hopefully we'll get back on track and have more of our regular update schedule moving forward. So I wanted to give you two COVID-related updates that have happened over the past week that are important, and then just an overview of some of the local events and things that are coming up that you should be looking out for. First off, over the past week we've had some changes to our public health orders in Wyoming. Last week, Governor Mark Gordon and the Wyoming Department of Health announced that they were going to be removing one of the health orders completely, and that was the health order that addresses the operation of personal care services like barbershops, salons, tattoo parlors, things that fell under that category. And then with that, they also announced a continued relaxing of some of the other health orders and the protocols because Wyoming's metrics and numbers with COVID-19 have been improving. So the new health orders are in effect beginning yesterday, March 1st, and going up till March 15th. Health order number 3 was the one that addressed the operations of barbershops, nails and hair salons, tattoo parlors, other personal care services. That one that had specific rules for how they were supposed to operate has been eliminated completely, so gives a lot more openness and freedom to those kinds of services now. And then they also made some updates to the standing health orders and restrictions, especially having to do with gathering sizes. So the attendance limits for indoor and outdoor gatherings has increased again, and also protocols for restaurant and theater operations was adjusted. So now indoor gatherings that incorporate social distancing and face coverings are permitted for up to 25% of capacity or 1,000 people, and outdoor gatherings are permitted up to 2,000 people. In addition, there were some changes with sporting events and artistic performances to give some more easing of participation limits on those types of events. So if you want to see the full health orders, you can look there up at rocketminer.com. Then the other COVID-related update that we have had for us locally in Sweetwater County is that Public Health has now opened vaccinations up for Group 1C. So we've moved into the next phase of people that are eligible to receive the vaccine. We had been in 1A and 1B, and they were hoping to get into 1C in March. I think it's a really good sign that they were able to open it up right at the beginning of March. So this group, 1C, includes more people who are at an increased risk of acquiring or transmitting COVID-19, and an expanded group of essential critical infrastructure workers is the way that it's phrased. So basically it opens it up to people who work in different settings and just gives a lot more just openness with who qualifies underneath that. It's more extensive and includes different categories of people. Especially the kind of concept with the workers that it opens it up to is people who have to work in person, who aren't working remotely from home anymore, who are working in person with other people, not always able to social distance, and just having to be more exposed and surrounded by other people. So lots of different workers and groups of people who work in different places fall into that category now. 1C also includes homeless individuals, as well as individuals who live in group settings, including in prisons or jails. And 1C also includes individuals living in college dormitories. So you can look up more information about exactly who qualifies under 1C to check and see if you think that you would be eligible. And if you want to schedule an appointment for the vaccine with Public Health, those appointments are open now. And you can call Public Health at 307-922-5390. They answer calls from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and they'll be just filling up appointments until the appointments for March are full. So those were the big updates with what's happening with COVID-19. Our numbers have continued to improve. We've gotten our active cases down quite a bit. There were more deaths added today, 11 more deaths confirmed by the Wyoming Department of Health. But in a general sense, our numbers have started moving more in the right direction. We've been below 600 active cases the last 2 days. So it's starting to look a lot better. Hopefully it will continue that downward trend. I also just wanted to give you quick highlights on some of the things that are coming up in Sweetwater County, some local events and things that you can be a part of, support our community, and just some fun things that are happening. For one, there is a new exhibit at the Sweetwater County Historical Museum in Green River. It is the Crazy Quilts exhibit. That opened today, and it's going to be running through April 30th. The museum is housing this new exhibit in partnership with the Sweetwater County Quilt Guild. So guild members made quilts for the exhibit. There is also a historical quilt that is part of the museum that's an exhibit in that exhibit there. We will have a story coming up with more information about this exhibit and the history of what is a crazy quilt, what does that mean, how did this exhibit come to be. So keep an eye out for that story and go check out that exhibit at the museum in Green River. We also have coming up on Saturday the annual Memorial Hospital of Sweetwater County Health and Wellness Fair. This year it's going to be at Rock Springs Young at Heart, and for COVID precautions and safety, that will be by appointment. So you can call them to schedule an appointment to be part of that health and wellness fair, but it's still going to include a lot of the things that that fair usually does. It will have things like blood draws and health screenings, as well as giveaways, drawings, prizes. So you have to make an appointment, but it's still going to be the health and wellness fair that they're usually able to do, and still going to have lots of awesome stuff to check out there. So that is this Saturday from 6 to 10 a.m. And then some performances that are coming up that you can be part of. Western Wyoming Community College's theater department's new production is Songs for a New World, and that starts on the 11th. There will be live in-person performances with COVID precautions in place, and a live stream that weekend, the 11th through the 13th. And then there will also be video on demand of the performance available the next weekend. And then in downtown Rock Springs at the Broadway Theater, there is going to be a show coming up on March 13th. That will be the String Showdown, and that's presented by the Rocky Mountain Power Foundation. That will be at 7 p.m. March 13th at the Broadway Theater. It's kind of a musical performance show, but it's really unique, different than just a normal concert, so definitely check out the details about that. It looks like a fun show. The doors are going to be open at 6, performance at 7. Seating is limited, so make sure if you want to go that you get on that quickly. Masks and social distancing will be required through the performance, and tickets are available right now for $10, so check that one out. So those are just some of the things going on in our community, some things coming up to be a part of, and just wanted to make you aware of those. And again, just thank you for your patience with us as we haven't been able to upload our videos normally, but hopefully we'll get back on track and be able to keep giving you news updates and keeping you informed of what's going on. So thank you for listening. I hope everyone has a good evening.